Hello future engineers, there is another video in statics about computing the reactions in a beam loaded with varying loads, this figure, and I solve this into three ways so that you can select method which is easy to follow for you. And I hope that all the three methods are understandable and you can follow the solutions presented here. So a beam supports a load varying uniformly as shown. Compute the magnitude of the reactions R1 and R2 for the case where this portion of the load is given by 360 plus 10x cubed and part B 360 plus 50x plus 27.5x squared. So for either case, this loading is satisfied because when x is 0, W is 360, and when x is 4, 360 plus 10 times 4 cubed is 360 plus 640. That's why you have 1000 newtons per meter here. And for part B, when x is 0, W is 360, and when x is 4, 360 plus 50 times 4 is 560 plus 27.5 times 4 squared. That will give us 1000 newtons per meter also. So for the first solution, we have to evaluate the tangent to the curve. If we can apply the formula developed in the lecture video on loadings by integration. So the tangent is derivative of W 360 plus 10x cubed with respect to x, and that is 30x squared. That's why when x is 0, the slope is 0. So the tangent is horizontal as shown. So the first solution is I will isolate this as one area, then another area which is a rectangle. We'll divide the trapezoid into two triangles as shown. And I've called this F1, which is equal to the area of this area under the third degree curve where we can apply the formula directly. And this is F2 for this rectangular loading, F3 for the upper triangular loading, F4 for the lower triangular loading. So F1 is equal to, the base is 4 meters, the height is 640. By the way, 640 newtons per meter is 1000 newtons per meter minus 360 newtons per meter. And that's why it is equal to 4 times 640 over degree of the curve, which is third degree, plus 1. That's the formula derived. So it is 640 newtons. For F2, the area of the rectangle is equal to 4 meters by 360, so 1440 newtons. For F3, area of triangle 1 half 6 meters by 1000, so 3000 newtons. F4, 1 half of 6 times 400, so 1200 newtons. So we locate the centroid. The formula for centroid is applicable. So the distance of F1 from the load with intensity is equal to base over degree plus 2, if you can recall. So that's 0.8 or 4/5 meter. Therefore, its distance from the left is 4 meters minus 0.8, 3.2 meters. While the distance of F1 from the right support R 0.2 is 10 meters minus 3.2, so that would be 6.8 meters. F2, of course, this is a rectangle, so that's why that's 2 meters. Its distance from the right is 8 meters. F3, this is 1/3 of 6, so that's 2 meters. Its distance from point 1 is 6 meters. Its distance from point 2 is 4 meters. F4, this is 1/3 of 6, so 2 meters. Its distance from the left end is 8, so its distance from the right is 2 meters. So summation moments about 2 equals 0. So we have R1 clockwise positive. So clockwise equals counterclockwise moments. So R1 times 10 is equal to F1, which is F1. Sorry, this is the first solution is to replace this system with a single force. known as the resultant, and let's specify its distance from the left or from the right. So the resultant is the sum of the vertical forces 640 plus 1440 plus 3000 plus 1200, so that's 6280 newtons downward. Then I'll call this distance x1. So this system can be replaced by this single force only for cases where we have to compute for the external reactions, but we cannot do that for internal effects of this loading. It will be different, and that will be discussed in the course mechanics of materials. So let's focus here in statics. So by Varignon's theorem, the moment of the resultant about the left is equal to the sum of the moments of its components. So 6280 times x1 equals 640 f1, the distance is 3.2 meters, plus f2 1440 times 2, then f3 3000 times 6, then plus f4 1200, distance is 8 meters, 10 minus 2. So solving for x1 is 5.1796 meters. Then we can now compute r1, summation of moments about 2 equals 0. So we have clockwise positive, so clockwise equals counterclockwise again. R1 times 10 equals 6 to 80 times quantity 10 minus x1. So 10, quantity 10 minus 5.1796 meters. So solving for R1, it is equal to 3027.2 newtons. Likewise, summation of moments about point 2 equals 0, counterclockwise positive. So counterclockwise moment equals clockwise moment. So R2 times 10, remember this is 10, equals 6 to 80 times x1, 5.1796. Solving for R2 is 3252.8 newtons. Then the other solution is considering the original system, this one, summation of moments about 2 equals 0, so R1 times 10 is equal to F1, which is 640. Then moment arm is 10 minus 3.2, that's why we have 6.8 here, plus 1440 times 8, F2, then plus F3 times 4, 3000 times 4, plus F4 times 2, 1200 times 2. So solving for F1, R1 is 3027.2 newtons, like that. Then summation of moments about 1 equals 0, so R sub 2 times 10 is equal to clockwise moment, so F1 times 3.2, 640 times 3.2, plus 1440 F2 times 2, then plus 3000 newtons F3 times 6, plus F4, which is 1200 times 8. So solving for R2 is 3252.8 newtons. This is the second way. The third way is, let's consider this entire loading, this entire figure. So we have F1 and F2 combined, then by integration. So remember that the area is equal to the equivalent force. So computing for the area of the strip by integration, this is W, which is 360 plus 10x squared. The thickness is dx. So F12 is equal to the integral of this differential area, which is W dx. So F12 integral from 0 to 4, this is W dx. Then using your calculator there, or you may evaluate this manually, F12 equals 2080 newtons. So take note that F12 is F1 plus F2, 640 plus 1440 newtons is 2080 newtons, like this. So that by Varignon's theorem, or first moment of a mass, F12 times its distance from the left, I'll call that X12. So X12, I'll call that X12, is equal to the sum of the moments of its components. Summation means this elongated S here. X sub C is just X, the moment arm or the location of the centroid of this strip rectangular strip from the left is x sub c originally, but x sub c is just x because every element of this vertical strip is equidistant from that vertical line from through the left. So x times differential area, which is again w dx. So using your calculator, the integral of the right side divided by 2080, you will get 2.3692 meters. That's x12. Then we sum up moments about point 1 equals 0 to solve for r2. So r sub 2 counterclockwise positive equals clockwise moment. So r sub 2 times 10 equals 2080, this combined area here, this combined force F12, and the distance from the left is 2.3692. Then the rest, F3 and F4, the same, so 3000 times 6 plus F4, which is equal to 1200, then moment arm 8. So solving for R2, it is 3252.8 newtons, just like this. Then summation of moments about point 2 equals 0 to solve for R1. So R1, clockwise moment equals counterclockwise moment. So R1 times 10 equals F12 2080. Then the distance is 10 minus 3 2.3692. Then plus 3000 times 4 plus 1200 times 2. Solving for R1, it is the same as 3027.2 newtons. Then we perform checking. So to check summation versus y, if it is 0, so R1 3027.2 plus R2 3252.8, then minus the resultant vertical force, which is 6280, and that is 0. So that means that these answers are correct, and take note, I presented 3 solutions. So for part B, we have here W this time is 360 plus 50x plus 27.5x squared. So that means the slope is 50 plus 55x, and when x is 0, the slope is 50. Therefore, the tangent to this point is not horizontal, so that we cannot apply the formula for area. Rather, we divide this area under this curve, excluding this rectangle here, as area of this triangle plus area under the second degree curve. So since the slope is 50, this vertical intersection of the tangent, this distance is equal to 50 slope times horizontal distance 4, or tangent theta is slope equals opposite over adjacent, so the opposite is slope times adjacent side. So 200 newtons per meter, because this is originally 640 newtons per meter, 1000 minus 360, 640 newtons per meter minus 200, so that's why that's 440 newtons per meter. So I'll call this F1 prime, just under this second degree curve and this tangent area bounded by the second degree curve and this tangent here. Then F2 prime for this triangle. Then of course 1440 for this rectangle will not change. F3 and F4 will also not change in this manner. So F1 prime is base 4 meters, height 440 newtons per meter, divided by degree 2 plus 1. So it is 586.667 newtons. F2 prime, the area of the triangle, 1/2 of 4 times 200, that's 400 newtons. Therefore, another way is to combine this area by integration. So if we combine this area by integration, just this curve excluding this rectangle, then that's integral of from 0 to 4 of, we do not include 360 because that's for the rectangular part. So 50x plus 27.5x squared only, this part dx, so it's 986.667 newtons. So take note, 586.667 plus 400 is 986.667. You may solve this in the same manner I solved this part by integration, and we locate the centroid from the previous slide, but I'll just stick to this part here. It's your job to do that by your own. So summation of moments about 2 equals 0. By the way, the location of f1 prime from the vertical, this end with intensity, is b over degree plus 2, so it's 1 meter. Therefore its distance from the left is 3 meters, 4 minus 1. Of course, for this triangle f2 prime, it is 2/3 of 4, which is 8/3. So 2/3 of 4 is 8/3, which is this. Then the rest the same moment arm. So summation of moments about 2 equals 0, clockwise positive, so clockwise equals counterclockwise moment. So R1 times 10, that's the clockwise. Then these are the counterclockwise moments. Beginning with F1 prime, the distance, the magnitude 586.667, the distance is 7 meters, 10 minus 3, then plus F2 prime, which is equal to 400 newtons. Then the distance is 10 minus 8/3, 10 minus 8/3, then plus 1,440 times 8 meters plus 3,000 times 4 meters plus 1,200 times 2 meters. Solving for R1, it is 3,296 newtons. Then summation of moments about point 1 equals 0, counterclockwise moment equals clockwise moment. So counterclockwise are 2 times 10, counterclockwise. Then these are clockwise moments. F1 prime 586.667 newtons, moment arm 3, plus F2 prime triangle 400, moment arm 8/3, plus 1,440 moment arm 2, plus 3,000 moment arm 6, plus 1,200 moment arm 10 minus 2, so 8 meters. Solving for R2, 3,330.667 newtons. Or the other way is we consider all this area and call it as F1 to R prime. So F1 to R prime is the area of the integral, or the area under this curve, including the rectangle this time. So it is equal to integral of 360 plus 50x plus 27.5x squared dx. Solving using your calculator, hide the calculator there, it is 2,426.667 newtons. So take note that it is 586.667 plus 400 plus 1,440. You will get the same answer here. Combining all these three forces, F1 prime, F2 prime, and 1,440, it's the same. So by first moment of a mass, because this is by integration, so F1 to R prime, which is 2,426.667 times moment arm is x1 to R prime. Let's derive that. Equals integral from 0 to 4 of x sub c. Again, x sub c is just x. Then differential area quantity w dx. 360 plus 50x plus 27.5x squared dx. So using your calculator, evaluate this by integration divided by this value. The result is 2.35165 meters. Then, having located the centroid of this entire area, then we have to sum up moments about 2 equals 0. Clockwise moments again equals counterclockwise moments. So R1 times 10 equals the entire area here, which is 2,426.67. Its distance from the right is 10 meters minus 2.35165. Then plus 3,000 times 4 plus 1,200 times 2. Solving for R1, it is 3,296 newtons, similar as above. Then summation of moments about 1 equals 0, counterclockwise moment equals clockwise moments. So R sub 2 times 10 equals F1 prime, or F1 2r prime, which is 2426.667, moment arm 2.35165 meters, then plus 3000 times 6 plus 1200 times 8. Solving for R2, it is also 3330.667 newtons, same as above. Then we check summation versus y, R1 3296 plus R2, then minus F1 to R prime, minus 3000 minus 1200, and it is zeros. So since it satisfies the condition of equilibrium, therefore we are sure that these answers are correct. And the second, and thus idea there is because I presented two solutions and we have the same results. So that's it for this video.